Game Jam! Hello everyone, I'm Kevin, and last month I participated in the Cinema Connect Game Jam. If you've never heard of a Game Jam before, it's basically an event where multiple game developers compete in making a full game, following a theme with a short time limit. When the jam is done, both the participants and the judges will be voting for their favorite games, and there will be a community winner and the judges winner. When the jam started, we was given two themes to pick from. We could either go with Ghosts and Goblins or Murder Mystery. After some thought, I decided to go with Murder Mystery. My first idea was to create a game with similar movement to Slenderman, because that game used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. The slow movement and minimal light made a big impact. And not to mention this guy. I mean, just look at this. I also wanted the player to complete tasks and do stuff in a certain order, basically the same way the Outlast did it. And with this in mind, the game plan was starting to take shape. However, that was basically all the work I got done on the first day, because I was actually out of town. As soon as I woke up, I packed my bags, put in the car and drove back home. Once I was home, I opened up Roblox Studio. I then began with making what I was thinking about in the car into reality. Oh my god. Anyways, starting with the movement, this is how it looks when you open up the game initially. Honestly, that shit was We threw that away real quick, and after bashing my head against the keyboard a few times, this is what we got. Just look at that pristine movement and sway of the head and I don't know, but look at it, it looks way better. I then made a simple stamina bar and I made a flashlight, but as you can see here, I'm having some issues with the proximity prompt. It's always giving me issues, I don't know why. I think it's something because of the part or that model, I don't remember. Either way, we got it to work, and then it was time to build. Now, if you don't know, I'm really bad at building in Roblox. I usually put just random parts together or take something from the toolbox. When I did my first sample, I showed it to my friends, and one of them, Chlo, she commented on how bad I was. So she took it on herself to do some work, and this is what she did. Our idea was to make a big manor or a big hotel or something of this caliber, as the story was that the player was gonna be invited to this place, and then something happens. So this is what she did on the first day. On the third day, I created the basic objective or the storyline for the player to progress in the game. So currently you spawn in with an objective, and then you can collect papers, do specific tasks to progress in the story. I then changed the stamina bar to be thinner and white instead of blocky and red. And if the stamina bar got less than 30%, I made it flicker to signal that you're tired. But I wasn't entirely happy with this, so I used some UI effects from Roblox to make it blend on the edges. I also changed the UI for the battery, for the flashlight. So instead of just the text, it shows how much battery you got left with pictures instead. So it's just aligned with the UI elements. I then created a temporary environment for me to use while testing. So I imported it from the build scene to the game scene. I'd made the basic killer NPC which patrolled between waypoints. And I found an AI navigation script from the toolbox that I yeeted for my own benefit. It was good for following, but it lacked a few important details which I would fix in the next day. At the moment, Michael Myers can't really hurt you, but he has some other behaviors. He basically seduces you instead. I then made some interactable objects like this box. You can lift it up and then you can put it down whenever you want. Why you need this? I don't know, but I thought it was cool, so I made it. It's a bit buggy though, as it just drops where you stand right now. I couldn't make it so it drops a little bit in front of you, but it works. I also made the jumpscare animation for the killer, so when you die, it plays. It also plays if you just reset your character, but that's on you. Continue making the killer at the site that had some flash. I added a patrolling animation and a chasing animation, so if the player is seen by the killer, he will switch the behavior, so he starts chasing them instead. I also improved its pathfinding, so that if it doesn't find the player within a set amount of time, he will give up and go back to patrolling the waypoints instead of chasing. And during testing, I actually got jump scared of him once. Oh my god! And I think that's a sign that we're doing something right. And by that, I figured that it's good enough, so we can start finding some audio and jump scares. I decided to make a few half-assed animations for the killer to peek around corners. So what I did was when the player enters a part, which acts as a trigger, the killer clone is spawned with the animation playing. To add on to it, I also got some sounds when entering some corridors, rooms and whatnot. The triggers I made end up being power outage sound effect, door opening, aggressive knocks on the door, killer peeking left, and killer peeking right. Then to win, the player has to enter a password into a password safe door, and they will get this password when discovering the identity of the killer. After that, I was low on time, so I quickly made some adjustments to the map, editing the basement, the manor, and its corridors, and also added the electrical control room and the maze. I already had so many parts, so it was basically just adding Lego together. After this, I placed some last minute work around the map to make some type of content or some type of story, and made a quick cutscene that plays once starting the game that shows you that you are invited to a fine dining party in a manor, and then something goes wrong, and it ended up like this. Lastly, I made another cutscene for when you turn on the power to show where the player should go after this, as when the power turns on, the locked doors become unlocked. And with this, the game was finished. It's playable solo and also as a team up to 3 players. However, I haven't tried the team option, but I'm assuming it's gonna work. Somehow we actually got 2nd place with this game, so that's certainly a nice surprise. We didn't expect winning anything going into this, but after spending so many hours on this game, it's really nice to see some sort of result or reward. So I couldn't be happier. If you guys want to try out this game yourselves, I'll leave a link below in the description.